Hi travelers, Tara here, Hidden Lotus Tarot, and today is, what is today? Okay, it's October 21st. Can you guys believe that? 2016. Um, we got a cool front that came through this morning, which has been absolutely fantastic since we were baking up until yesterday. I think the temperature here yesterday was almost, it was 80 something, but with the almost 90, which is, I don't know, for October. But anyway, um, I'm going to be coming to you today with two open readings. One will be for work and career, and one will be a love reading. Um, I have been working diligently behind the scenes. Um, many people have been asking me about teaching tarot. I'm working with my mom, trying to get my syllabus together. Um, I've figured out where I'm going to be having the classes, the number of people I'm going to have. I will have to limit the enrollment. Um, there's some other things, and I'm not exactly sure if that's going to be coming up before the end of the year. There's some other certifications that I'm still working on. And then right at the end of the year, sometime in December, we're going to be having a Mercury retrograde. So I don't even know about all of that. That is never the time to do anything new. At least for me, it's not. Um, Let me see. Those of you who get readings from me by phone, and then I ask you to update me, I ask that you please don't text me through the app, because 9 times out of 10, I am doing another reading for someone, and that depends on the timing and the scheduling between myself and the client. So if you update me, please send me an email. I will respond back to you. Let's see. We have this full moon that we had this past weekend was a full moon in Aries. I don't know about y'all, but that was some ugly energy, rather aggressive. And typically, full moons are very emotional anyway, but depending upon the element that it falls in, whether it's a moon, fire moon, a water moon, an earth moon, will affect the energies. Now, the new moon that's coming up near the end of this month, and which is rare because last month we had two new moons in a month, and this month we also have two new moons. So the one coming at the end of October is going to be in Scorpio, so that's going to, you may be crying or something like that, who knows. But this past one this weekend was one full of anger and aggression. People's tempers were short. I didn't like it, so that's why I stayed away. We also have a Uranus transit going through, so depending on what your Uranus aspects are in your chart, what other planets they aspect to, and what house Uranus falls in for you, could mean anything. Like, let's say, for instance, you have Uranus in the third house. Well, that's a house of communication, so it could be that you may be getting unexpected news. I don't know if that news is going to be good or if it's going to be bad. Just something that you didn't quite expect, some kind of communication letter, something that you find out, a secret revealed, something of that nature. And Uranus is the great awakener. That's what he's known as. And so typically Uranus will come in and, completely change something up. Why? Because it's time for it to change. Okay. Maybe you've been dragging your feet and not making the changes that were keeping you on the path that you should be walking on. So Uranus comes in to try to change that for you. It's kind of like the energy of the Tower and the Fool combined together, where it'll come in and completely awaken some things, shake some things up so that it can grab your attention and say, hey, you need to course correct. So let's get started. I have the Marseille Tarot here. Oh, and I would like to thank, and I'm not going to use her last name, but I would like to thank Ulrika for the lovely donations you've been sending me. Ulrika, I went and bought so many books, and I've ordered some new decks. The books all have to do with things like parapsychology, psychology, tarot, karma, light work. So these are all the things that I read in order to try to flesh out the readings a little bit more, that helps me to understand the tarot and some of the meanings of what it is that I'm seeing sometimes. So please, I can't thank you enough. You've been most kind, and I really appreciate it. All right, so here we go. Well, y'all see them cards flying out already. This is going to be the work and career reading. This is the Marseille Tarot. I will not be going to the book unless I absolutely have to. Let me grab it just in case. I'm going to try to read it with just the intuition today. but I may do both, an intuitive and a one meaning taken from the book. That way it may apply to more people. This is general. It is not for any specific sign. And if I'm going to give it a time frame, let's say until the first week, full week of November, okay? Please take what you can and disregard what you cannot. Let me reach over and grab the book, just, you know. Well, let's see how the cards flew out. I think it was this card first. Well, 2 threes. Now remember, this is a work reading, so I find for me that this deck speaks a little bit clearer in terms of career and work than, say, the Casanova. Each deck has its own different language, and the cards have their own different meanings. All right, 9 cards down. We start out the first two, the 3 of Swords and the 3 of Wands, with the 2 of Coins. 5 of Swords, 4 of Coins, Page of Coins. Ah, the Star card. I love it when I see that. The Ace of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles. My. With the Temperance card here. All right, let's get the book out. Okay. Oh, wait. Oh, God. There should be a law against the number of books and decks I have. Okay. So, what I'm looking at, right in the center, I have the 4 of Coins. And to me, this speaks to a financial stability, okay? In other words, I'm not saying that you're super rich, but I don't think for some of you that you're really hurting anyway. Yes, we could always use more money. This is true. But this is kind of being just in a good place right now. This may mean that you've been watching your budget. You've been curbing your spending. You've been giving less to them people that's always begging and they never got nothing to return into to it. But this also indicates in some respect that surrounding your career, your work, whatever your projects are. Remember, it's a coins, and the coins is all about the actual doing of the work on the physical plane, you know, getting your hands dirty. And so what this means is that the way I'm interpreting it is that for some of you, you really are balanced in what it is that you're doing in terms of work. All the gears are firing. You're doing okay. Now I have this 3 of Swords here, and in this particular deck, the 3 of Swords speaks to a victory. So in other words, some of you have obviously been having some difficulties or some challenges, perhaps in the way that you've been thinking, or perhaps in the way that you have been communicating, or someone has been communicating with you. But this says that you have been able to effectively communicate what it is that you needed to say, that you've been effectively able to get your ideas across to people, that people did hear you, they understood exactly where it was that you were coming from. And so if there was a communications challenge with a group of people or with someone in particular surrounding work and endeavors, financial endeavors, then, you know, you were able to conquer that. And as I can see here with this 3 of Wands, okay, the 3 of Wands, now I can't never remember this, so got to go to the book, and then I'll explain it to you. It's been a long day, and it's only Friday morning. Okay, now the 3 of Wands, it says direction. And basically what it speaks about is, you know, there was some kind of quandary or dilemma that some of you may have been facing in your work, but now you've been able to overcome that, you know, through, you know, communication of ideas and just communication. So you've been able to overcome whatever this quandary is that you, or dilemma, or perhaps maybe block that you felt, and you've been able to overcome that. And actually you're at a place now where this is the duality. Now you have 2 options that have come up. Okay. And you have an opportunity. let's say that perhaps two options have shown up, and you've been able to effectively communicate what it is that you needed to communicate um, to the other party or parties. And now both of the parties or party is like, oh, okay, well then let's, try to go ahead and move forward with this. But at the same time, the other person or persons that you've been dealing with are also eager to at least are interested in finding out more and perhaps moving forward. Now, the Five of Swords, this is quite interesting to me because the Five of Swords is here. And the Five of Swords is known as the overcoming card. And, no, I'm sorry, it's called the breakthrough card. Now, what's interesting to me is we know that swords represent perceptions, ideas, communications. This is face-to-face, emails, text messages. It has to do anything in which writing, editing, printing, where you are trying to disseminate ideas or informations. And so this past row here speaks to me. It has to start at the base. So it's all of a sudden like things have turned around for you. Okay, whatever, this speaks to the past. This is past, present, future, past, present, future, and then the interplay. And this row lets me know that really some of you have really been struggling. Like, man, don't nobody understand what I'm trying to say, or man, nobody's taking me seriously or taking my ideas seriously, or people kind of brushing me off to the side. And then suddenly with the star card here, okay, this has changed. So we have victory, we have a breakthrough. Now, the star card does speak to the cosmology or the astronomy or the astrology, perhaps through transits or whatnot. Let's say Mercury going direct, for example, that now you're able to communicate more effectively and people are actually able to understand what you're saying. But for others of you, what this speaks to me, because this card also represents Venus and Aquarius, okay? So again, there's a lot of air on this side. And then Venus, the element of earth, with Venus coming in, says that for some of you, this communications breakthrough and this victory has come through you being able to effectively identify what it is that you wanted and where you want it to go and how you wanted to do it. And that's always a good thing, okay? You're getting in touch with your own self-esteem and your own self-worth. Man, I've been busting my butt for this damn company and I work harder than anybody else and I ain't even got no raise. I get treated crappily, so maybe it's time for me to book it on up. And this could be that maybe some of you have put out resumes and things for other jobs and you may be having two offers to come in. Now, as I've been saying, that even though you've had this breakthrough here, you are okay where you're sitting. Okay, so it could be, let's say I have the 1-5, and this lets me know that for some of you, there is a change coming about for you related to your work, okay? And I do feel that there's another change that's going to be coming because there's an offer that's going to be presented to you. Remember, this is the future, and this is all coins, baby. It goes from 2 to the page to the queen, and you can't beat that with a big stick. So, here we have the Star card, the Ace of Wands, and the Queen of Pentacles. Now, whether you are male or female, okay, we can each one of us embody the different elements at any given point in time, and we can each embody the different masculine and feminine qualities at any time. Basically, though, if we're going to look at this just as a feminine energy, this is someone who perhaps would be a little bit more receptive, okay, if it's a male. If this could represent a boss or something, then this could be a male earth sign boss who's a little bit more receptive and a little bit more softer than, say, his boss or whatnot. But what I find interesting, I mean, this is a great career spread. So for those of you who have been kind of stuck thinking that perhaps you would not you didn't quite know exactly what was going on around your work and your endeavors, this is really some very positive energy. Here I go from the 2 of coins to the 4 of coins to the Star card. So again, the 2 options coming in, the 2 choices here, but both choices are equally balanced with each other. And whatever it was you've been hoping for or wishing for or desiring, that is about to come to fruition for you. This Three of Swords with the Four to the Queen could be some of you have been trying to negotiate new benefits packages and salary packages. I don't see anyone moving in this spread. I don't see like maybe you're going to get an offer to pick up and move someplace, but that doesn't rule out the fact that that may not be true. And the reason why I say that is the overall energy of the spread is the Temperance card. And I think this was when I looked at it, I was like, well, that's kind of strange. I'm looking at all this beautiful positive energy here. Why the Temperance? Why the card of healing? Well, not only does Temperance represent the heart, the healing, it also rules foreigners, people at a distance. So this could be some of you may, which is perhaps why this element of the option comes in. Some of you may get an offer that's going to allow you to stay exactly where you are. Others of you may get an offer where you might have to move or consider moving, in which case then the Temperance come in to say, yes, if you have to move and leave behind all of your friends and your family and your things, that, you know, that is going to be something that's difficult and may cause you a little bit of emotional pain. So maybe the Temperance is coming in to help you heal that. And I think what is that stands out the most to me in this particular spread is the fact that both of these figures are keeping their own cups balanced and filled. I don't know if you can see that. Okay, they're both maintaining their own emotional balance, and whatever choices and decisions have to come up. I'm just going to quickly take a look at this Temperance card because I really don't see anything to be worried about. Now, granted, there are some of you that this reading does not apply to, okay? But you have this Ace of Wands here, and this is all about if you want something, go get it. And don't expect it to just fall in your lap. And maybe you haven't been able to figure out exactly what that is or how you're going to do that, but you have the energy of the Three of Swords, the victory, the breakthrough, and the Star. So really this is about using your mental focus, okay? Gathering up your intentions and your desires and your ambitions, your fighting spirit, this Three of Wands with this Ace of Wands. Okay, try to remain balanced while you do that. And then look at the coins, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I was talking to somebody else. I did a reading and the girl was like, well, I don't want to have to, you know, go to another crappy job. And I'm like this, any job is better than no job. All right. So let's say you lose your job, and with the job climate the way that it is, the only thing you may be able to go do is flip, you know, burgers at McDonald's or go wait tables at the Waffle House. Well, guess what? Go wait them stinking tables at the Waffle House. Collect your little money so you don't get behind in your bills, but always be on the lookout for something better. When you don't like your circumstances, you change them. Okay, a lot of times you're unable to change your circumstances because you're really not in tune with what it is that you want. You know, everybody wants to make more money, okay? But like my grandpa used to tell me, not all money is good money. As long as it's honest money, okay? But then if it's, you know, those people where you're working 60 hours a week and you never get the chance to spend time with your family or your friends, you know, but you're making a lot of money, well, decide, is that really worth it? Try to find a balance here. And I think this is what the Star card with the water pouring and the Temperance are speaking about. It's about finding a balance between what feeds your soul and what feeds your belly. Okay, so that's a lovely spread. I couldn't pay myself to get a spread like that. I'm hoping, looking at it, that this is speaking to me too. And so that's why I'm going to look at this Temperance card to see exactly what the Temperance is trying to tell us. We're going to be using the Sibilas, and then we're going to close this spread down. And we're going to get started with the love reading. And I hope if this message helped any of you out there, that it really did help you, and will give you an opportunity to think about where you want to be in 2017. Okay? Where do you see yourself in 2017? And if you don't know, then you sit down and start making yourself a little list of the things you'd like to do come 2017. And once you write those things down on a list, then it kind of becomes concrete. You can visualize it, you can see it, and then you can formulate yourself a plan. Well, this is an interesting 3. And kind of what I'm getting out of this is that, yes, there is a change coming. And it is a very fortunate change, okay? But at the same time, it kind of reads like there is going to be some sadness in it. To me, this reads like a questioning of, am I doing the right thing? Is this stupid actions or stupid behavior or not? Of course, only you can answer that question. And that's why I think the cards are suggesting that you really get clear on what it is that you want and figure out how to go forward with it. You know, and if you fail or things don't go right, don't ever look at a failure as a failure. Look at a failure as a learning experience. Okay. And if you can do that and take that, say, you know, well, okay, I made that mistake or allowed this to happen to me. Well, hopefully you learn something from it so that when you step out again, you're a little bit smarter and a little bit wiser. Okay, so that's what that reads like. There is a change coming in, and it's going to be something very positive. But I think whatever the 2 options are, you're going to question that. That's to me what the Dilettante speaks to. All right, so that's it on the. You're going to question that for a second. You know, don't question it too long. You know, don't question. Sometimes you just have to, you know, take a chance. All right, let me reset this. I don't even know how to do that. What? Okay, here we go. And we're going to get started with the love reading. And I'm going to be coming to you today with a Hidden Lotus spread. And we will be using the Casanovas. Dun, 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 dun. Ooh, I had energy to do Casanova the other day. He'd be wiping the sister out. All right. Again, this is a general reading. The messages will not resonate with everyone. It is not sign specific. Take what you can, disregard what you cannot. I was hoping to get to go to the jazz festival this weekend. I'm not exactly sure if I'll even get one day to go. Now, see, that's my problem. I'm always working. I rarely, I'm guilty of that. I'm a workaholic. I am. Always been that way. And I'm working on that to change that. I'm trying to bring some more joy. Not that I'm unhappy, but some more, just a different energy, a different element where I'm not working all the time. But it's kind of like, I can't speak for everybody, but for me, I really like to try to perfect the craft as much as I possibly can. A little bit because I am probably an anal retentive perfectionist. A little bit. But also because I feel I have a calling to kind of share the messages that the cards bring to me, and I want to be able to bring you guys the messages true as they come to me. And to me, that means that I have to study. I have to continue to study. I have to learn more. I have to be open more. You know. So okay, enough about me. Here we go. 9 cards, and again, this will be the Hidden Lotus spread. Well, look at there. There's that Uranus I was talking about. There's that Tower situation. Well, and that Six of Coins. I tell you, Casanova, he finna wreck me. I see it coming right now. Okay, so get my water. Again, we have this Earth sign female here in the center. Now, as I said, this is not for any specific sign. So if it is not, if you recognize the situation and you are not a Earth sign individual, or with the Earth, Moon, or Rising, then simply what this card speaks to, this Queen, even though what she's doing, I don't like the imagery of this particular card, particularly as the meaning goes with it. But basically, this card speaks to someone who basically gets what they want. Now, in the higher vibration of that, that means that this is someone who works hard, who's focused, who's determined, who doesn't allow defeats, obstacles, and failures to pretty much stop them. It speaks to me to tenacity and perseverance. So if you're not an Earth sign female, and heterosexual or same-sexual, whomever's going to take the role of the female in this, then this speaks to the character of the individual. And so this is our focus card. Now, let's see. I have 2 7s here. And 2 7s warn, in one respect, of false friends. Okay. But the 2 7s also speak to some type of internal struggle. Now, I could look at this and say, because that's a wands and this is a coins, this is about someone trying to find a balance between their desires and ambitions, as opposed to what they're doing. Perhaps like me, you know, I'm working all the time, and I know that I should be making more time to get out and do other things. Let me explain it to you like that. You know what I find most perplexing is this, these 2 cards. I didn't even tell you what the 9 cards were, did I? Okay, we have the Queen of Pentacles, the 7 of Wands, the World, the Knight of Pentacles. Now, there's another Knight of Pentacles there, okay? The Tower, that's 2 Queen of Coins. We have the 5 of Cups, the 7 of Coins, the Hanged Man, and then the Hermit. And it ends the overall reading is a 6 of Coins. This is an odd energy for me. Because this tower, the tower in this deck speaks to refuge and or asylum. What this looks like, and I don't know if this reading is about an Earth sign, is about the Earth sign female or the person that fits those type of characteristics, or if it's speaking to someone else and this person is central to the situation. Let me put it that way. And what I see here, the World came down, and the World card is all about, well, we know in the regular deck, it speaks to the end of a cycle. It is the beginning of a new cycle, of new spiritual growth, of new experiences in life. These are going to be not only physical experiences, but emotional experiences, spiritual experiences, experiences on all different levels. Because as souls here, we are here to experience. And it is through whatever experiences that we have that we're able to grow at a spiritual level. So this looks like some type of leap forward that's trying to present itself. And maybe with the 2 7s, what they're speaking about, 1 Wands and 1 coins is maybe it's someone who's trying to marry those two, their desires and their ambition. Maybe this is you trying to do a lot of meditation, or maybe you're trying to eat healthier, or maybe you're trying to, you're trying to get yourself in sync, but the two sevens say that something's not quite matching up. Okay. And so the world card comes in this particular deck. The world card is someone sitting down and writing their memoirs. They're going back over before this change comes through. They're going to have to go back over and look at where they came from so that they can effectively move forward and take that leap when the time comes. For some of you, this may have been an offer of some sort that comes in. Maybe it is an offer of work. Maybe it is an offer of travel. And I say that because of the horse here, along with the world card, because sometimes the world card can represent travel or world travel. So maybe this is an offer that has come in, or maybe it is just because if you look at the imagery, the horse is tired and the guy is tired. And this could also be an indication of someone who feels like perhaps that they're on the verge of giving up. Okay, they're on the verge of giving up because everything that I've been doing, nothing's working right. Okay, what I don't see here are swords. But then this tower comes in. And remember that I was speaking to you about just at the beginning, the Uranus transit. Well, the tower represents Mars and Pluto, and we do have a Mars-Pluto transit going on. But at the same time, the energy of the tower represents like a Uranian event, something that happens quite suddenly and out of the blue. Now, for some of you, this could have been, some of you are trying to weigh up a situation, a romantic situation, or perhaps just an encounter. Because I could look at the world card with the tower as maybe a sudden unexpected encounter with someone. And you're trying to weigh up really what's happening around that. This card is the woman is ecstatic, but the man is bored. Okay. And so maybe this is why we have the person sitting down and going back over what has happened, because they're trying to make sense of it. That could also speak to the two sevens. Okay, man, I can't believe I actually did that crap, but I really wanted to. The wands, that's our desire. Okay, here down the center, whatever this conflict is, now whether this is about, as I say, this figure in the center, or whether this is a situation that involves this person, what we have at the bottom of that, at the base of that, is the Hermit card. And this is definitely about spiritual lessons, trying to learn them. It is messages trying to come through to you. And I don't mean messages like text messages or emails or letters or anything like that. What I mean is spiritual lessons, signs and synchronicities. This is really something trying to come through to help you move to the next level. There's a delay on this. There's the Hanged Man. Now, this card represents the escape. So for some of you, it could be maybe whatever. You see, I have the Tower with this Five of Cups, and the Five of Cups is retracing previous choices or denial. Okay, so this could be maybe someone denying their feelings around a situation, or denying something about a particular situation, or now we're going back over what it was so that, here it is, someone looking back over the past, someone trying to discover what it was that maybe created this tower, or that creates this conflict here. Why is it was she so ecstatic and I was so bored? Or why is it that I was ecstatic and he was so bored? And we can see that someone is tired, or maybe the offer was tired, or maybe the offer didn't come in when it should. And perhaps this is why it brings about, because the Five of Cups also speaks a little bit about regret and sorrow and sadness. That is the only cup card in this particular spread thus far. I don't know what's underneath this queen. And so this card is saying, like, maybe there's a hold on the message that's supposed to be coming through for you. In other words, you're not, let's say there's a plan afoot. It's a spiritual plan afoot, the two sevens, most definitely. There's something spiritual happening here, but you don't understand, or you don't see what it is. Now, for some of you, this is about waiting for that to be shown and revealed to you in whatever way or manner that's supposed to mean. And for others of you, it could literally be that you may have escaped something that perhaps was not going to be in your best interest. That's the way the world works. And I think this is what the Tower speaks about. Now, the most interesting thing is the Six of Coins. And this is the card, the meaning of the card is coveting that which is not yours. And I find that to be a very, very odd energy. Sort of like that Temperance card there. Because it kind of speaks to, in one sense, that maybe something is not over and there's a hold on it. But it also can speak to something being over and someone waiting around hoping for something to occur, something to be done. There are the Pentacles, always about the doing of, waiting for someone to come back. You know, but we can't forget this. This is a very important card. That's our exit card here. So the first thing I want to look at this, the Page of Pentacles, the Queen, and the Seven here. That's an interesting line. So I'm going to take a look at this page, and I'm going to take a look at the Seven of Coins. And we're going to see what this page is trying to tell us. Let me find, because he's trying to tell me something else, this page, and I'm not able to pick it up, what he's trying to tell me. So one second. Well, what do you know? Opportunism. Waiting for the right moment. The bearer of gifts. Restraint and seriousness. I don't know what that means. All I know is the horse looks tired and he looks tired. And that's, you know, this could be, it's kind of indicative to me. What it kind of speaks to is about almost nearing the end of a journey. The two sevens. Yes, you're nearing the end of a journey. And there's been some shakeups, there's been some losses, there's been, you know, things not being exactly the way you wanted them to. So you're looking that over. You've got some regrets. Maybe you changed some things around. What is the true lesson of this, you want to know? Well, that shit's on hold. But this is the odd card out. So we're going to look at that. And really, see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 major arcana. And in a sense, what I'm picking up is that you do have some modicum of control over this. Not in the sense that you can affect the outcome, because I think this is delayed. See here, the World, and then the, you're trying so hard to get through this cycle, but there's a holdup. And it kind of speaks to like the only way through this is to, I don't know, release yourself or escape yourself. I don't know if that makes any sense. Not necessarily escaping a situation, but escaping the self. Well, hell yeah, it's the Hangman. And the Hangman, he's in this, he's having to escape from a situation because of a situation he put himself in. Okay? This is someone who's hanging themselves, and either they're trying to figure out a way to release whatever it is they need to release, But at the same time, maybe it's them trying to run away from what it is they should be doing, or the work they should be doing, or maybe this Hermit. Let's take a look at this Knight of Coins here. That's the one that's, and I don't know why he keeps moving around up there on that card, but the Reunion, the La Namica, and the Kaza. Opportunism, waiting for the right moment, seriousness, and the bearer of gifts, restraint and seriousness. Well, and it kind of looks like either the meeting of someone who is a La Namica or the return of someone. I think this, what's underneath this Queen is going to tell us. I don't know if this, I know it speaks to opportunism. So I don't, and maybe that is why this person shows up as the La Namica. Maybe this person has designs of some sort or plans of some sort, but it could also be that there might be someone new on the horizon, and that the moment hasn't come about yet. Let's take a look at this Tower, because we have that knighting there, the Knight of Coins, the Tower, and the Hanged Man. Let's take a look. Now, please don't be emailing me asking me, well, could that be, if you might be the other woman, and if there might be another woman, that's the La Namica. Or it could be a La Namica to whomever takes the male role in the relationship. Okay? History between the two of you. This could be the return. Well, wow. The man, sad and lonely, chained to his past. A sudden change coming in, but it is a change that leads to suspicion, fear, and doubt, excessive attachment. And I think that, so I don't know what this means. Let's look at what the holdup is. Well, I know what the holdup is. It's just a waiting time. It's because even just the line itself without these three Sibilas tells me that there's something that's holding up whatever this is referring to. You know, sometimes you can think you're in a relationship with someone and maybe things haven't been going well, and now all of a sudden maybe one person views you as the enemy and vice versa. We also know that the Hangman speaks to deception, so maybe that's why the Hermit is someone trying to really get clear on what is real for them and what's not. There's a lot of different emotions and things going on in this spread. Even though it doesn't have a lot of action in it, there's a lot of underplaying, undercurrent energy going on in this spread. Let's look at the Five of Cups, because this is retracing previous choices, okay? I think that kind of speaks more than anything else. It sorrows and regrets, but yet retracing serious choices. The imagery of the card, that's a nun. You know he shouldn't be doing that. But then again, back in the day, you know, people in the church did lots of things that they weren't supposed to do. But that's human nature. It doesn't matter whether you're a priest or a priest. A lot of times we do things that we know we shouldn't be doing. But this speaks to some type of regret or some type of sorrow. It's like I tasted of the forbidden fruit. Now what do? Well, I'll be damned. What an odd combination of cards. Ain't none of y'all gonna understand this. I'm gonna explain it to you the best I can. Please don't be emailing me asking me to explain it to you, because I can only explain it to you the way the cards are speaking to me. This is just a weird spread. On the card of retracing previous choices or denial or regret and sadness, I have the helper card, the donna de servizio. And then I have the conversation. And this is literally, pleasant conversation is what the card stands for. But then I have the message from far away. Now, this message from far away, it doesn't say that it's going to be positive or negative. It's just saying that there's a message from far away. I find that to be such, and maybe that's what I'm getting from the spread. I was saying there's a lot of underplaying. It's a lot of push-pull energy. Okay, taking a step forward and then taking a step backwards. And maybe that's what the 2 sevens, that's why there's such conflict here. I don't know what to make of that. I don't know what to do next. Hangman is kind of like the world card. It doesn't really tell. The only thing it tells me is that there's a delay. There's a delay. I don't know why there's a delay. Obviously, there's perhaps 2, 3 people involved in a situation. Could be 4 people. It could just be a couple that they broke up. Now they're trying to get back together, or one has come back. Maybe this is a new person, a new element coming in. This is the future row. This is also the past row. I don't know with this. I don't know if this queen is the La Namika, if this is 2 separate women, and whomever this is speaking about is someone is not that enthused about perhaps either one of the choices. This could play out in a million ways. Let's go. What stands out the most is that I have this world card. And this is, as I say, if it's someone who's looking over the past, that means that there's someone who's about to make some kind of change. And it's going to be a major change. It's a major arcana. But there's a hold. I want to take a look first at that 6 of coins, coveting that which is not yours. And see and I'm going to show you what's underneath there. I got tickled because I saw it. This card came up the last time I did a reading with the Casanovas, came up again. And there's something significant about it. I just am not able to get a clear message on it. And I'm going to show you what I mean here. He's standing behind this woman, peeking in. He's standing behind this woman, peeking at her. Superbia. Sacerdote. Melancholia. Now, maybe in the past, for this single man, he was highly successful being single. Maybe. Okay. And maybe that has worked for him so long that he has become arrogant and vain in that belief. Because what we have is the sadness and the depression. And this is obviously someone looking at someone who is weighing up something or someone. We do have, with the coins, this could be him weighing up what to do about this person that he's looking at. And it implies a distance. Do I step forward or do I not? The wands kind of say that the person does. That's the fire. Let's see what's underneath this queen here. Well, it is the Emperor. This is a very, very strong male energy. Same sex, heterosexual. This person could even be of a fire sign. If they are not a fire sign, then this is what you want to term your man's man. The guy who wants to protect you, be your mentor, has definite ideas about the different roles that are played. He speaks also to the energy of the father of the tarot. What's most interesting is that these are three major arcanas across this row. And I do, in a sense, feel that this male energy is on the verge of a major, not just change on a spiritual level, but a major change on a life. This is a major life change that is coming up. A major life change. The kind of change where literally your life is not going to be the same. So there's something that he's weighing up. What the Lanamika and the Queen of Pentacles mean, your guess is as good as mine. It could be one woman. It could be two different women. Okay. Let's pull and that's 5 major arcana now. It started out with 4, but now it's 5. This energy, this male energy of this Emperor is a very, very, very strong energy. He represents power and command. You know, he's masked. He's masked. Whereas in these other cards here, he is unmasked. He's unmasked. But he's still in the shadows. See? He's still in the shadows. All right. Let's take a... That's a 2. I was trying to do the math. This is a 2 down the center. Yeah. It's a 2. The number 2. Choices and options. Yeah, that's what it boils down to. Just like I said. He's weighing up something. All right, let's see what this card has to say. So this should perhaps answer whatever question didn't get answered. And I don't know if this answered anybody's questions. I don't know. This damn card. Get more information. I don't know what to tell y'all about that. I tell you what, then the only thing I can do, let's see if we can get, I hate that card. It makes me laugh every time I see it. I don't even know what to put no cards on. Okay, this can imply a conflict, and I'm going to say it's an inner, it's a 7, which makes it an inner conflict, but it's wands. Okay, so it's maybe an emotional conflict of some sort. So let's just take a look at that card and see if it'll tell us anything. Holy moly. And get more information card. You know, that came out, was it last month? Or one of my readings not too long ago. Damn card. Get more information. Well, people, I am a card reader. I am not a magician. Okay? So don't get all pissy if whatever cards come out don't tell you nothing. It ain't for lack of trying. Well. These cards are being funny today. The Mercante. Okay. Remember I said this guy's weighing up something. There's a change coming. It still don't tell us nothing about the Lanamika and the Queen in the center. Don't tell us nothing. The Mercante. The business person or the negotiator contracts. Worry and fear and anxiety. Now, I don't know if this Costanza speaks to that this is a constant state of the way the person is feeling. Remember I said it's an emotional conflict. It's an inner conflict, but it's an emotional conflict. So, you know, and what's interesting is that I have these two cards. The Dispiacere and the Desperate Jealousy. And this is not always about jealousy. It just speaks to suspicion and doubt and fear. Okay? And maybe that's what, there's a change that this person's going through, and maybe they've either felt conflicted for a long time about something, or maybe whatever this change that is coming through or trying to manifest itself, is bringing up a lot of fear and anxiety for this person. And that is why we have the Hanged Man. We have somebody really trying to get to the truth as they see it. The reality that's an earth versus the illusion of something. Okay, is this really the person for me? Do they really feel the way that they tell me that they feel, or are they really showing me their true face? Okay, and kind of like, you know, what do I do? Because what these cards are telling me underneath here is that there's still some kind of interest there. Maybe it's just a morbid curiosity. I mean, you know, I don't know. Obviously, I think if I'm going to look at this spread, the cards that stand out the most in terms of the Sibilas are these three on that 5 of Cups. And in a way, it kind of speaks to why maybe we have the energy of this person watching. I don't know what that means. And if I put this, he's looking towards the past at something, but it is definitely something that has come in and changed perhaps his view. Okay, the view. The world is all about a more expansive view of something or a situation. All right, that's what I have for you. I do hope this message helps and carries you through the weekend. And until next time, namaste. Wait, because I know some of y'all going to be emailing me. Remember, this is general, and I can't tell you anything about your specific situation from this, okay? So don't be emailing me asking me. All right, you can email and get a reading, but I can't explain it to you how it's going to apply or not apply to you. All right, until next time, namaste.